Who thinks there's something
exactly. I love like the chai shot too.
And he's like flipping it. That
it.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah. Love Allu Arjun.
I was not ready for that. Wait, this is crazy. Yeah. Biggest opener in the history of Indian cinema.
Hi guys, what's up? You're watching SonuTube. Thanks so much for being here today. I'm Sonu, as you know, and today I'm joined by a very special guest. This is Bilaal Awaz.
Next up is 19-year-old Bilaal Awaz.
This is our land and our land is in the name. A yellow storm is coming and you'll never be the same. Fulfilled prophecy, I'm here to stay. Fly, oh, but would I be lying if I say I'm okay?
Welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, happy to be here.
I am so excited to have him here on SonuTube. We are growing the fam. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about Bilaal. He is a Pakistani-American artist and producer. He is an amazing singer and he's been on American Idol. You've been on, what was that other show called? Peshawar?
Yeah, I was the producer for the Peshawar Zalmi anthem in PSL.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So he is very talented. You guys have to go check him out. I'm going to link his YouTube channel as well as your Instagram. Do you have a TikTok as well?
I do, but I don't use it.
Okay, it's fine. A lot of people don't use TikTok these days. But I will link all of that below. You guys have to go and check him out, show him some love. And I am going to be introducing him to the world of South Indian cinema. So as you guys know, I love Allu Arjun and he is like my favorite South Indian star. He's like a huge movie star. He dances like amazing. He has like the best screen presence, and his new movie Pushpa 2 just released a few weeks ago last year. It was the biggest movie opener in the history of Indian cinema.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So, and I went and saw the movie twice in theaters. That's how much I loved it.
That's a pretty big deal. The biggest opener in the history of Indian cinema?
Yep.
That's huge.
Yeah, huge. I don't know how many millions or billions of dollars it made, but that is what they are reporting. I mean, I was shocked that he even beat out Shah Rukh Khan, and I love Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, that's insane. And this is a South Indian film?
This is a South Indian movie. It's called Pushpa 2. So this is the second one. Pushpa, the first movie came out, I want to say 2-3 years ago, and it was a huge hit. And this is the second part. Very anticipated big blockbuster movie, and a lot of the songs in here are nice. I think so, at least. We're gonna watch the Hindi version of Pushpa Pushpa. Now this is sung, I believe, by Mika Singh, who is a popular Indian singer. And I just want we're gonna react to this. I'm gonna show this to him for the very first time because Bilaal hasn't really seen a lot of South Indian stuff. So we're gonna get him up to speed and you'll see why I love Allu Arjun. But yeah, let's get into this. We're gonna watch the Hindi version just because it's a little bit easier for us to understand. And there's so many cool shots in here that I can't wait for you to see.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump right in. So this is Allu Arjun. He has a chai in his.
तू दाढ़ी पे जो हाथ फेरे सारी दुनिया हिले, तू कांधे को उठा के चले पड़े न कोई पल्ले, आसमां से 2 गुना ऊंचा तेरा कद है, इतनी गहराई तेरी सागर की क्या हद है।
बारिशों में भी चिड़िया जैसे कांपती रहती है, ऐसे दूध हाथों कैसे जीतेगा। अरे नाथ है तो बात बन जा, बादलों के बार उड़ जा, हार के बादल तेरे पाँव के नीचे बसेगा।
Pushpa, 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 Pushpa,
Yo, not the ankleography.
Pushpa, Pushpa, Raj. Pushpa, 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 Raj. Pushpa, 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 Raj.
He is an amazing dancer.
सुन पुष्पा,
तेरे भाई की बेटी ने सोने की चेन ली है, कह रही है पैसे मेरे पुष्पा चाचा देंगे।
Oh, this is the film version, by the way.
समझ गया बाबू, पैसे देके आता हूँ।
What is this? What am I looking at right now? What? Yeah, no way.
Coordination.
Like, what am I looking at right now?
काबिल पुष्पा है लेकिन कुछ बातें वो
I
ना
think
जाने
when you watch the movie, it makes a little sense. But
सब पुष्पा में है मगर कुछ चीजें उसमें नहीं है
प्रणाम महादेव को, सलाम गुरुदेव को, छूना है तो मांगे जो कदम। ना कोई एहसान लेना, ना कोई पहचान लेना, हिम्मत से ये नाम अपना तू ब्रांड में बदल।
पुष्पा पुष्पा पुष्पा
okay, my favorite shot is
पुष्पा पुष्पा पुष्पा
insane. Just watch what he does.
पुष्पा 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 राज
He's lighting the cigarette on his arm. Okay, I forgot to mention in the beginning, this was the film version of the song. They have released it on YouTube, even though the movie is still playing in theaters. But yeah, so this is basically his entry, like the hero entry song in the film to kind of show his like power and, you know, his presence. So what'd you think of this song?
Okay, I was not ready for that. That's what I will say. There's so many layers that of reasons why it was like really moving to watch. I don't even know where to start.
I think that's how I felt in the beginning when I started watching South Indian content. There's so much going on. There's so much to take in that you're still, when you watch it, you're processing. You're like, what did I just watch?
Yeah. Someone once compared Bollywood, anything from the subcontinent, to this this idea of Rus, right? So like there's this philosophy in art where if you go to any culture, every single culture will manifest itself in so many different mediums, whether that's the food, the way that they dress, the way that the music sounds. But something that someone pointed out to me once was that the way that a certain culture's music sounds is also, it sounds like the way that they dress. And the way that they dress kind of looks like the way that their food tastes. So that's what, I guess, the idea was introduced to me as Rus, right? Like Rasgulla, like there's something, like the essence of something, and it's so packed and it's so flavorful that sometimes like when you eat food, any food from the subcontinent, it's so rich in flavor,
For sure.
right? And it's very overwhelming. It can be very similar. Sometimes you take like a few bites before you can really process what's going on.
Yeah.
So when I look at, I mean, this is specifically South Indian, so it's different. But even still, you could feel kind of all of these different elements coming together, and I feel like I need to like watch it a few times before I can even process it.
Yeah, for sure. It is a lot to take in just because the colors are so vibrant, and that's something I always say in my videos. South Indian movies, they just give you so much to look at, and you're almost like in a state of shock, and you're like, what is this? The coordination among the dancers and the artists is insane. I mean, this you know, huge song and stuff, but there are so many other songs where if you look at the coordination, you would just be like, wow, like it's amazing what they're able to pull off. And just very nicely done. And like I was saying, like that one shot of him, he's so cool. Pushpa, this is why everyone loves him, because he's so badass. Like he lit the cigarette, and then that mark when he went like that on his back is like his brand. So it's like kind of a thing in the movie.
Yeah, and that's a really cool shot, just like conceptually, right? Like the idea that someone's like shirt catches on fire and they like use it to light a cigarette, like it doesn't bother them. Conceptually, it's really cool. But even if you just dissect the cinematography and what we just saw, there's so much dynamics, there's so much motion that you can tell isn't done in post-production. There's a lot of zooms, a lot of pans, a lot of crops, a lot of shifting in camera, where there's really clearly a very specific and a very potent image that either the DP or the director or whoever designed these shots was going for. And the level of synchronicity with the shots and the cinematography, the actual dynamics of the camera, with like the choreography and with the movements and everything that we were seeing. And there's so many things, like even with the when they were dancing, and they were, even at the beginning, it was so, I can't even explain it, but there's something about it that feels so authentic. And when they were doing, like, you see a lot of Bollywood films, you see a lot of musical films where people are all attempting to do like synchronized choreography, and it like looks cool, but it's kind of seems very predictable, or like you've seen versions of it before. Whereas this, where they all had their arms around each other and they were like moving
and
like
with
their
the
ankles.
foot, I
was like, who does that? Like who thinks there's something like that? And then execute. But anyway, so there's so many layers. And another thing I noticed was, even, do you know who this singer is? Like
singer for the Hindi one, I believe, is Mika Singh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how different the other version is, but his voice, it reminded me of this thing that you hear in Mongolia, like Mongolian throat singing. If you've heard of it, I don't know if you're familiar, or if anyone in your audience knows Mongolian throat singing, but it's a very particular style of singing where you're able to like access different octaves in your voice. Like if I'm like, he was like right here, but he was also simultaneously like, there was a sort of gritty texture that was below his voice that reminded me of Mongolian throat singing. So I don't know if there's a subcontinental equivalent of that, or maybe it's specifically a South Indian thing. But I did notice that in a lot of the vocal parts where his voice is really low, either I wasn't sure if it's something that's happening in post-production where they're adding like a formant to his voice, or if the style in which he's singing is like this very throaty.
But it's interesting that you say that, and it makes sense that they would want it to sound like that, because if you think about like what this song is, it's Pushpa's entry, and they're showing that you don't mess with Pushpa, so they want kind of that, like, I don't know what the word is, like kind of serious, but like, undertone of like, this is Pushpa. So.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Even like his hand, he had like one long fingernail, and it was like red, and it was like his pinky nail or something. So there's so many like even intricate designs within the character, the way he dressed.
I love like the chai shot too, where he has and there's actual chai in it,
and he's flipping it,
and he dips the biscuit and eats it.
That was crazy. That was, I didn't even notice the chai thing until you pointed it out. But just the level of coordination, even in the choreography, is just mind-boggling. Yeah,
but that's Allu Arjun. He is a superstar for a reason. He can make that chai flip. And alright guys, well, thank you so much for your insight. See, Bilaal can speak to a lot of what I can't. I would not be able to pick up all that stuff about the singing, and he also has a lot of music videos, and he is like so knowledgeable, so we are so happy to have him here. You guys definitely have to go check him out. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments and your suggestions of other things down below, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.